So, lads, another week, another podcast episode. As always, we are live on the Unbeatable Jacob Twitch channel. A link will be in the description for that. So if you guys want to catch it live, it will be there. So, lads, it is the day after Christmas. So, it's been an interesting of Christmas. How have you guys felt about Christmas content?
About par for the course. It's about exactly what I expected, really. I mean, we got our locker code for Pink Diamond. We got our MT or token locker code. So pretty much just everything I expected. I was surprised to see that there was opals and packs, but outside of that, I'd say everything was pretty much
that was a bit
exactly it.
That was a bit early, I think. I don't know how you feel about that, but felt a bit premature for me.
Yeah, opals and packs was a really weird one. Like, I'm kind of very, very, very surprised by that. Normally, I'm kind of like somewhat surprised, sometimes not. But like that was something that I did not see coming. Like I found out about that a few days before, and I was like, "Oh, this could go badly." And it explains why there was no Steph Curry.
Yeah, it explains why the first Pink Diamond Steph Curry
they wanted the money
for
too. Him, you know.
Like,
yeah, that's also very true.
Yeah,
but like, Jesus, AI is so obsolete at this point. It's not even funny. It's actually
AI
sad.
Is bad. Like, it's not even like AI is outclassed. AI is just straight up bad right now. Like, Marcus Smart's better than Allen Iverson.
Yeah, I mean, I think like in most games you could still put him on the floor. I mean, I think people are kind of over exaggerating. Like, let's be honest, you're not gonna play 11 Assassin or Giants fan every game where you're gonna get your head mashed in by everybody. He's got Hoff Ball Stripper. Like, you can use him in like a normal game, I think, but at the end of the day, they kind of took away all the appeal for him, considering that if you wanted to say he was the best 3 hunter, they dropped Curry. If you wanted to say he was the only opal, now they dropped 2 other opals. Like, where's the appeal at, you know? It's just kind of like an afterthought now.
Yeah. I don't see where the appeal was in the first place. And then the whole appeal was for a lot of people, there's going to be beyond level 40. And then they released the 2 garbage men.
Yeah. Yeah.
They released the 2
Didn't you get one of them? Am I mistaken?
I got Big Country and got angry.
You got Big Country. You got angry.
I got angry that I got Big Country because Big Country is the rarest player to get. I didn't get John Wall. I got the rarer player who's a trash can.
Yeah. We talked about that
in the game, man. We love Big Country.
We talked about that last week. I just have no idea.
No, we didn't.
Did we not? About Big Country being terrible? I thought, because that was on Monday, right? Must have been on Monday. Must have been on stream. I was very, very passionate about how horrible those cards were, because why not just give them proper badges? Like, at least give them proper badges. Of all things, it's not going to be good regardless, but just give them badges. Like, the fact that day 1 rubies have more badges than them is absolutely just mind-blowing.
What's it? Jerry Sloan has Ruby has got, and Goatmere Godson's Ruby. They both have got more total badges than both of those guys combined.
While we're talking about badge numbers, how did they massacre Mo Bamba?
9.
I just don't understand.
That's
9
bad.
badges is like less than what day 1 cards come with. It is like they just have to be trolling with some of the decisions at this point. It is absolutely mental.
I mean,
I guess like if you're going for AI, I guess it's not about AI. It's about beyond level 40. But like,
what do you mean beyond level 40? Wow, you got your Cliff Hagan or your Andre Drummond? What are you talking about beyond level 40? Who the hell beyond level 40? Because those 2
that's what I'm saying. No one no one really cares about it. The only one that you can really take from the pack is the limited guy,
Dan Marley.
Dan Marley, yeah. You're not gonna take Big Country, and you're not gonna take, I don't even know who's on the TT online boards. I've forgotten his name.
I think they should just say, screw this, we're putting Micah Red on the boards.
But
they should just put him in the beyond level 40 pack. He's the only one anyone wants.
Even then, though, Dan Marley and Michael Red have became...
I'm taking Michael Red. I'm happy. You give me Michael Red, I'm happy.
There's just so many shooting guards though. There's so many shooting guards now though.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
not
like,
if you're a budget player though. There's no budget shooting guards at all.
Really?
Jacob doesn't look at the budget cards.
Eddie Jones is the only budget shooting guard. And Michael Redd, in fairness, is better than Eddie Jones.
Yeah, in every conceivable way.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about the amount of shooting guards that I've been cycling through recently between Clay, Kobe, Kawhi now. Which Kawhi playing shooting guard this early is a shock.
That's 3. There are 3 shooting guards on T-Mac who are way better than the rest. There are 4 who are way better than the 5th best. Like J Rich, not very good. I don't care what Ty says. J Rich is not good. Harden.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Harden's still really, really good. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Did any of you see Ty's tier list where he said J Rich was like was better than Harden?
No, I didn't.
I was surprised when I saw the J Rich card play because that Donovan Mitchell size up, the 6 size up, that's kind of got that Steve Francis-esque type of weird shifty thing to it. Even with the base dribble style, he's a little better than I expected.
He has power.
Yeah, power. It's it's a little better than I expected, his overall movement, but I mean, yeah, why use him? Like, there's just, in my mind, a million shooting guards. For a budget player, I guess not, but there's a lot of shooting guards out right now.
Hard to be a budget player and get him though.
Yeah. Clay trickled down in price. You said you got one for a buyout, right?
I got my own for 100, but Clay's going for like 150 right now.
Is he? Yeah.
My Clay's currently up for auction.
Yeah. Overall, though,
making big moves on the auction house.
Overall, though,
this is the first year I've been good. What were you going to say?
I was just saying I was pretty happy with the cards that dropped Friday, but we do need a center soon. But overall, like, it was a good drop between Kawhi, Curry, LeBron, Rudy Gay, Michael Jordan, and Pippen. I thought they kind of nailed the Christmas drop. I will say that. I don't really think they could have done much better outside of like the couple of Ruby cards that are just, I mean, it's the trend. I don't know what's going on where they decided to all of a sudden make
the second Trey Murphy clone dropping.
Oh my god, dude.
You love
2 in 2 weeks.
No, that needs to be changed. It's not too late, 2K. I promise it's not too late. You guys can still change those SIGs.
Didn't they update? They did update something on
Scotty.
Friday.
They updated Scotty.
Yeah.
What'd they change?
Play power forward.
Oh, they gave him power forward.
He could only play small forward on his 75th at one stage.
Yeah. That's
why you're at it. Fix Mo Bamba's badges, because I just can't believe that.
The only thing I will say though is that he does get all the key badges, so it's not like his badges are ass.
Mo Bamba? Oh, as in like you can put them on him?
No, like as in he gets a lot of the outside like interceptor. For what he is, he gets most of the important badges. He gets like rim protector. He gets a lot of good finishing badges.
Yeah, but you have to give them to him. That's the thing.
Do you?
Yeah, no, the badges Mo Bamba Are you talking about Scotty or Mo?
Mo.
Yeah, no, the badges he has are terrible. Like set shooter, lob city finisher, putback boss. And he's a Ruby, so you can only give him like 2 or 3 badges on top of that. Yeah, like he is a bum.
It is funny,
all
though.
Those cards be under like pink diamond or bums realistically. Maybe
Ruby Mo Bamba
for Scotty being alright.
Ruby Mo Bamba is normally like a top budget card too, even back in 2K19 was it?
Yeah, they gave us the retro one last year. That was really good.
He was part of the Holy Trinity. Him Thon, like they did the same thing to Thon Maker last year. Remember they gave us a retro Thon Maker, and he was a retro of his 2K19 card, who was so good because he had the Giannis crossover and 86 ball handle for a center back before any center said 86 ball handle. So 2K decided to give him a retro with like 50 ball handle.
Yeah.
Like it was a retro of a point center that they made not be able to dribble.
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
They
ruined the thing with those retros. It was like there would be a card where they were really good at one specific thing, and then 2K wouldn't be able to do that one specific thing on their retro.
Yeah, there wasn't much historical importance put towards some of those retro cards as far as like actual replicating how they were back then.
I mean, they also don't make NBA. They do not make players anymore replicate how they play as NBA players.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that with the Moments cards. What was it? There was one where somebody had like a bunch of steals in a game and they got like 50 steals.
Jaren Jackson and his Jaren Jackson Jr. gets 2 steals in the game and he gets minus 20 steal on his base card.
Yeah,
I've never. Just because they didn't want to make him too OP.
You're forgetting about Moments cards because Moments Kemba would be quite nice.
Oh man!
I mean, Kemba has had 2 moments-worthy games in the last week.
It's possible it comes tomorrow is Monday or Tuesday when they drop
but
moments.
They're not in work already.
I don't think so. It's probably
they're not in the
pre-pan content.
I think that's the problem. Is I don't think they're in the office. I think that's why we got all the early content drops this week.
I mean, when was the last Moments drop?
Kevin Durant and Quentin Grimes.
So that was 2 weeks ago.
No, that was. As in, we've gotten 2 moments cards in the last. On Monday, over 3 week spell, we'll have gotten a grand total of 2 moments cards. So going back to 2K,
bizarre.
But sure, do you not remember 2K21? Right, the entire playoffs, we got 4 moments cards.
Oh, they completely just said screw Moments last year. They didn't care, which was a shame because I was one of the people that actually did like Moments of the Week in 20. Like, I actually really liked that idea.
I think everyone did. Like, that's the only way you can sell moments cards is big batches of them once a week.
Yeah, I will say
because
though, they should definitely do playoff moments. If they want to scrap in-season, regular season moments because they don't want to put effort towards them for whatever reason, they don't think they can sell great. But I feel like the playoff moments are super important. Like, I remember last year when Terrence Mann was going off, I wanted a Terrence Mann card. Will there ever be another time in my life when I want to put Terrence Mann in my 2K lineup? No. But I wanted to throw him on the court in 2K the day after that and say, yeah, Terrence Mann, he just dogged Rudy Gobert. He about to dog you too. Like, those are the moments.
We did get a playoff moments, actually. Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, that's exactly what they should be going for, because that's the only time I'd want to use a Reggie card too, is right after that type of game. The playoff moments are definitely the ones they should drop.
MJ, TJ Warren, bubble games. And started popping off. God knows if you use that TJ Warren this year, he was god awful. Was it this year or last year? It was this year, wasn't it?
This year. That is the biggest fraud of a card ever. That Diamond TJ Warren.
He's horrible. He is horrible.
His stats are so good.
It's funny too because everybody felt like that. Normally with cards, if they're like, a small forward cone, there'll be somebody who will come out of the woodworks and say, oh, he's not that bad. But every single person I talked to hated that TJ Warren card.
He is a fraud. he is a fraud of a card because his stats and badges were god tier for that stage of the game.
Can we talk about your change of heart on Manu Ginobili?
I don't even he shouldn't be good. He's so good. And I'm not the only one who says that. There are loads of people that have just randomly started using Manu and are like, this release is actually chicken.
His SIGs are fine. His SIGs are Clay SIGs, essentially.
His release. Dale, you've edited the videos. He doesn't miss.
Yeah, that's where...
I shoot dumb shit with him, and it all goes in.
He ain't that bad. He's not. I mean, outside of not a few badges he's missing, and the jump shot, I guess, is not exactly desirable. He's close to Clay. He's close to Clay.
He can't shoot from range.
Really
but I don't know how important range is this year.
Give him limitless spot up, if you really wanted to.
I don't know how important range is this year. I'm consistently greening 4-pointers with Manu Ginobili in clutch time.
I could feel Rudy Gay not having range quite a bit when I tried him in clutch time. Because I wasn't missing with him from 3, but from 4, I was 50.
Yeah, you'll notice it in a mode like that where you're gonna be spotting up a bit deeper.
Nevertheless, Rudy Gay is crazy. Rudy Gay is crazy.
Yeah, 70K for him is ludicrous.
He's always good in 2K though. He's just one of those players that's just always good.
Also, yeah,
regardless.
whoever Jacob close to Clay is completely gassing out Manu. He is not close to Clay.
I mean, they have the same SIGs. Both of their jump shots are slightly baited. They both play the 2. Obviously, Clay's better. He gets better and more badges that are on Hoff as well. But like, they have the same SIGs. I guess that's what I look for in cards first is their SIGs. So that's kind of why I compare those two.
I know putting realism and like 2K together is like not a discussion to ever have. And I didn't really watch the NBA like that when Manu played, but was his defense that bad to warrant 3 badges? Oh,
yeah.
It was? Okay.
But also, Steve Nash is one of the worst defenders of all time. And he's got good defense, so
Yeah, I guess.
But like at the same time, have you seen there was someone they were on like NBA TikTok and they were like trying to describe Magic Johnson, why he was better, and they were like, Magic Johnson was one of the best defensive point guards of all time, and Steph Curry can't guard anyone. It was like, no, Magic is one of the worst defensive point guards of all time. Like, Magic was known as, obviously he could sometimes guard big men. On ball, Magic is one of the worst defensive players to ever play in the NBA.
Yeah.
And like 2K's got kids thinking Magic Johnson was this unbelievable defender.
Lockdown defender. It was really his biggest his biggest deficiency was his defense.
And like that's the thing, it was like it's not like he was just this okay defender. He is one of the worst of all time in terms of on-ball defense.
Yeah. When you start getting all these like cracked cards, it is quite funny. You start having kids think of Wayne Embry's the most knockdown shooter of all time.
Terry Dishinger. Terry Dishinger was
Dishinger was a Curry sliding menace.
I still can't believe my team is in Terry Dishinger's Wikipedia. And I'm taking full credit for calling him the dentist. That was my video ranting about him. And that was my video being like, so this guy is just God. I was like, I need to look up. He's a freaking dentist. The best player is a dentist. And then it was actually on the back of his jerseys.
Card had on the game was just insane. I'm sure we're gonna get a card again like that this year at some point.
Ferry. Do you not remember Ferry? He had 98 Pro 3. He was the first player in the game with the Pro 3 behind the back and the Curry slide. And he had 98 on very quick. He was the first player in the game also with 98 and very quick.
Yeah, if you played next gen though, that release sucked. Not gonna lie.
Not on very quick. He was class on very quick.
Yeah, it was so 50 from the mid range. It had like 50 different jump shot timings. So annoying.
Were you? Oh, I was really good at mid with 98.
It was just inconsistent. Like it's what I used to use on my player, but I had to take it off on next gen because it was just so inconsistent. That's what base 3 is like this year. I'm just warning everyone who's like, we need a base 3 player. It is so inconsistent. If you use it in park, you'll know. Like that jump shot, you're gonna miss a lot of shots that you shouldn't miss.
Don't you just put on high sniper and never miss though? Or do they kind of patch sniper? I haven't played
Sniper doesn't do anything.
Sniper never worked for me in the first place, so I don't know what all these people are talking about. Sniper being the best badge in the game. That thing never worked for me.
I'm telling you, sniper doesn't do anything anymore. Like I use non-sniper players and half sniper players, and they make equal amount of whites.
Yeah. I don't know. Nevertheless, though, I think it'll still be cool to have base 3 players in my team. I mean, even if Dale says it's 50, at least it's fast. Maybe I can finally get a 3 off. We'll see.
Oh, you'll get blinder shots with it. There's no doubt about that. But you will miss a lot of wide opens.
I just want Oh crap! I put out the right video, didn't I?
All of a sudden,
I just realized 1 second.
DBG's noties go off and it's an old video from 2K17 re-uploaded.
You wouldn't even notice the difference. My quality's been so consistent that you wouldn't even notice the difference. I've played 2 games of Limited. Got a Diamond Jordan shoe and a half badge.
Took me your half badge 30. Jordan? Yeah, I just got it today. It took me about 30 wins. Thankfully, most of them were like bang, bang, quick. But
yeah, I'm assuming you opened the pack.
Yeah, I got triple threat juke, and most people would be like, oh, L. Yeah, like everyone's going to say like L, whatever, you know. But I mean, if you guys have watched me play, you know that I fiend for that little triple threat spin. I do that all the time. I do that so often. Like for me, it's decent enough, but for most people, it's like, bro. So I don't mind it. Yeah, and I'm getting really close. I have about 20 Hoth badges saved up now, and I'm about to throw them all on just like one player. Not to sell them, but just to have like that player. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be Curry.
No. Oh, wait for the Hondo card to drop. Like, not as in they're gonna drop a Hondo again, but just wait for that level.
But by then, it's Hoth badges are just easier to come by this year. I feel like I can like restock up by then. I feel like because I have like 15 right now, and like I think I can probably get it up. But I have some good ones.
The game changer was the fact that they made the 39 a choice pack now.
Yeah,
you can basically pick the good ones. Like,
I have a limitless spot. I'll have a limitless spot up from the 900 collector pack very soon, and I'm just waiting to put that on someone good, and that'll be my
wait for that Giannis. Giannis.
Yeah, I'm just happy about that because
I mean, people were just tripping with cards. This drop, there was like hollow Currys just selling for $1 million with nothing added.
Yep.
I'm saying I don't know what the hell's going on. Are these real people buying these cards? Like, I've been seeing what's happening with the pink diamonds. I don't know if these are real people.
This year.
How the hell has Larry Bird gone from 20,000 MT to 75,000 MT in a day, despite at least 75,000 Larry Birds being added into the game? It doesn't, based on laws of supply and demand, it makes no sense. There is an external factor in play, and I don't know if that external factor are people or if it's a bot.
I was so stunned because I was very close to investing in birds yesterday. I have like 500k MT on my account right now, and I made the decision. I was like, do I want to keep this 500k and buy Curry this weekend, or do I want to just invest in birds? Because I figured he would go up. I mean, that's just how Christmas locker codes work. But I did not expect him to triple in price in a day. I thought he would double in price in a week, not triple in price in a day. So, yeah, I wish I would have, but I didn't.
I've never seen anything like it before. And I don't know if it's a person or it's a bot.
And it's not just Bird either, it's all of them.
Taking over the auction house
all again. But, like, have you seen do you know if you invested in Gilbert Arenas cards before? Do you remember the way there was guaranteed pink diamond packs that were limited edition?
Yeah.
On Black Friday. If you invested in Gilbert Arenas before that pack came out, you were still making 30k per Gilbert Arenas. He went from like 40k, and then the guaranteed pack came out, and he went down to 25k. Gilbert Arenas is out now nearly 80k. And he sucks. There's no supply and demand issue. There's no demand for Gilbert Arenas. He's a garbage.
I was really shocked he was not in that locker code. I was actually stunned.
You were stunned with what?
He wasn't in the pink diamond locker code because he's a janitor.
They put all 75th in.
I called it. Did you see my... Oh, you probably wouldn't watch my video on my Christmas locker code. I predicted Clyde, Larry, Kidd, Thurmond, and instead of Moses Malone, I said Duncan. I predicted 4 to 5 the day before.
Just feel like it has been kind of predictable this year what's coming for the most part. Like, people were saying in the entire week leading up to Friday, LeBron's dropping this Friday. Like, we all know it's happening.
And the week before that, I was saying Magic. Like, the past 2 weeks, what I stream titled as was what got leaked. I said Magic tomorrow, ? Magic got leaked. I made my stream title LeBron tomorrow, LeBron got leaked. Like, it's very, very clear.
I was in like. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was like, when I was in your stream on, I think Friday, or I think it was Friday, and you were like, "What do we think's coming for Christmas?" And I was like, "They'll just throw a few pink diamonds on the boards and in the vault and call it an event." Happened again. Like, it's so obvious every week. Like, surprise us with something. Something.
I think if they'd given us like one reward card in the agendas, I'd be happy.
At this point, we're starving at this point for something to grind for.
Do you know, in terms of like agenda cards, where you go into the agenda and you have a bunch of like challenges to do, and the grand reward is an agenda card. Outside of the lifetime agendas in season 1, how many?
I can't believe that's
how many do you think we've had?
It's just Terry Rozier. Heroes, yeah, that's it, right?
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those last year were actually pretty cool, especially the Age of Heroes ones. I liked those a lot. It was.
Oh yeah, the Age of Heroes is one of the best concepts.
I liked the mystery ones. Like season 6, I thought was bad because the only reason season 6 was so bad was because it was after Age of Heroes and the glitch market was RNG, and then there was a lot of just BS stuff that was there. But like those like mystery cards once a week were actually really cool concepts.
Trying to think, what were those?
Were any of them any good though?
Yeah, Bowen was really good for his time. That Jaren Jackson Jr. was one of the top 5 centers in the game. Then we got a Kukoc for locking them all in.
Yeah.
Right,
that's where Nurkic was from.
Yeah,
because I was thinking, I was like, wasn't the Nurkic one of them? And then I was thinking about when they just copy and pasted them for the other card. So I was like, were they all bums? But yeah, you're right. Kukoc was ridiculously good.
Yeah, Kukoc was one of the best players.
Arguably one of the top small forward power forwards in the entire game.
I do.
I think it was easy to get.
I don't straight up hate what they did this weekend though, with the players on the board, and then the Hoff badge in limited, and then the locker codes. Overall, I felt like I had stuff to do this weekend, like stuff that I wanted to do. It wasn't. They could have dropped the ball, and they didn't drop the ball per se. But yeah, there's just a couple things.
I agree. I still think for Christmas they should have done more. Like as in, and I'm not talking about Christmas Day. I think this weekend, the entire period leading up to Christmas was poor. But I do think this weekend they were fine.
I agree with that 100%. I thought it was funny. The Christmas tree presents in the park. I saw that Statistics tweeted out at 12:16, like, "Damn, you guys couldn't even let me chill with my family for the day. You already took it out." Like, that's one thing that I'm not crazy about is like they put a lot of emphasis on Christmas Day. It should be more like sprinkled throughout the whole week because we don't really play park like that, but that's actually bad. Like if I did, I would have been upset too because I can't.
There was a limited time event on Christmas.
Yeah, it was like a Christmas tree in the city or park that you would go to redeem your prize, and right at midnight, out the game. Can't get it anymore.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
At least our locker codes are a week long.
Our codes are a week, like
yeah.
I'm not like all I'm gonna say is that I do think they're better for my team than they are for Park in terms of giving us stuff to do. But to be fair, my team's their biggest money maker.
Yeah. I can see why all the Park guys are so over the game.
Park's always just been like grind for legend. Like that's all Park's ever really been.
So stale.
Like, I don't understand.
Like events. There'd be like double rep events. That's just always what Park's been. It's been like that forever.
One of the things I will say is that most of the complaints of the Park guys are literally only complaints that affect YouTubers.
What do they even complain about? I don't listen to enough of them to know. What do they complain about?
Oh, they're going mad being like, there's no hype. There's no hype anymore because the grind for legend isn't a thing. It's like, people aren't watching people grind for legend anymore. It's killing the game. It's like, no, that's killing the game for you. It's not killing the game for people playing it. That doesn't affect really people playing the game. Whereas I'm like, because the reason why we complain about that for my team is that my team is a game mode that's based around content. Park's not.
Yeah.
Like my team literally is a game mode for content.
Right.
But it's funny, like they all hate the level 40 system.
I don't think
I thought that it was a good idea for Park, honestly. Because like before that, the only way to get the legend was to no life the game.
Yeah, but I mean those who know life, those guys that know life the game are annoyed that they don't have to know life the game anymore, or they still know life in the game. And that other people are getting the same rewards as they are. Yeah.
There needs to be a complete rework done to Park My Player mode entirely because it's just very, very stale. Like, very, very, very stale. The rewards, all of that kind of stuff. But I don't play it. Like, everything that most people would complain about on Park are generally positives for me, and the things that main park players would like are negatives for me. For instance, last year when the 6-7 meta was a thing on next gen, where every build was the exact same 6-7 demi do everything, that was actually great for me because that meant the 2 days out of the month I want to play park with my friends, or 3 days out of the month I want to play park with my friends. We don't have to figure out, oh, we don't have a big. Wait, who's gonna play point guard? Oh, you're gonna sit corner. It was like all of us are gonna be on 6-7s. We'll take turns taking the ball up the floor, and we're just gonna do whatever. It wasn't one of those things, you know. Now when I want to play park, it's, oh, we don't have a big. Are we gonna play twos? No, let's not play twos. Let's try and find a big. Hit people up on Twitter. Oh, we can't find a big. All right, now Locke's playing center. Uh-oh, this isn't working. What are we gonna do? It's, you know, not good for me. That's for sure. Because I just don't play it enough.
Yeah, but like there are a lot of complaints people have about 2K that I'm like, the like theory of the complaint, like I kind of understand it. Like a lot of people are thinking in, oh, how do we bring hype into the game? But there's a difference between hype in a YouTube sense, especially for certain things, and hype in like an overall game sense. Like things like locker code. Remember those pink diamond locker codes in 2K15?
Yeah. They brought hype.
That was really hype. That was hype in terms of like a content creator sense. A lot of people, it brought in a lot of people who were already like fanatics, were really excited about it. But the average player who plays the game, that would turn off more players than it would bring in.
Locker codes must go. I mean, most people hate it.
There's a reason why they don't do it anymore. And I'm saying, like, I saw a video from Ty earlier where he was basically asking for 2K to bring 6s and 7s back into the game. And I'm like, that kind of makes sense if you're talking about, oh, people had a lot of fun like sitting in streams waiting for 6s and 7s. But that's 1% of the player base. An auction house not refreshing every second, or waiting 15 minutes to refresh, is a net negative for 98% of players.
Why do you say that? I feel like it was kind of like...
It was for hype. It was for the hype reasons, is that people used to get really hyped. But we forget, like, I got hyped. I would get hyped for that. But at the same time, like, a lot of things are cloud. Like, we all have a bit of a problem like that. And, like, again, there are definitely things where I'm completely off the mark because my kind of vision is kind of clouded a little bit by the kind of content creator side of me. But like, that's kind of the reason why, like, as a content creator, yeah, it'd be brilliant to see that back. But like, for most people, nah, that's not going to be a good thing.
I just kind of felt like it was irrelevant. Like, one way or the other, either way, you get the same result. Waiting 15 minutes for your card to sell isn't really the end of the world for anybody, I don't think, is it? Yeah. I just kind of like, either way they do it.
It is bad. So like, imagine if you only have a few minutes and you're trying to sell some cards quickly, you have to wait 15 minutes for them.
But you can't even guarantee that you can't even really guarantee they're going to sell though, unless you drastically undercut. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't even know what price the card's going for. You don't know how much to undercut to sell. Like, it's...
That is true when you're posting for 15-minute intervals.
I think it's a not good concept. I think, like, it works really well for streaming.
Yeah. I wasn't really around back then, but the streams I did watch, it was always calling 8s or 9s or whatever. That was like the title of the stream.
Like, it would be perfect for me streaming. I would sit there, do nothing for 15 minutes, and then call 8s and 9s. Yeah, like it would be a very much DBG stream, but I mean, I think that's just a negative for most people. Even though from a selfish perspective, obviously, it would be great. It means that like I won't have anyone in my chat complaining that I'm not doing anything on stream because I can't do anything on stream.
With the clutch time mode, though, it would be cool because you play one game of clutch time, then go call 8s and 9s, play a game of clutch time, go call 8s and 9s. It would be a good rhythm with that in the game now because people used to do play a quarter. They play one quarter in between those 8s and 9s.
Yeah. But at the same time, again, that is a huge positive for a very small percentage of people.
Yeah. Just like content creators and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Like, for the vast majority of people, if they put up a card for an undercut, they don't want to wait 15 minutes for that card to have a chance to sell. Like, we can't forget, like, when 2K18, when they announced in 2K18 that they were going to get rid of the 15 minutes, people were so happy. People were so happy.
Yeah.
Except for the snipers, like.
I do remember a lot of people, even back in those days, saying, like, oh, we need a live auction house. I think Madden or FIFA had it at the time, so people would always say, oh, if they can do it, we can do it too. Yeah. So yeah, people did want it. I do still to this day wish that you could buy out cards though for more than 100K. That's one thing that I would change about the auction house right away. I don't know what the limit should be, but it should definitely be more than 100K.
No. That'll never change because the 4-hour situation.
Yeah, I know they won't change it, but I wish they would. They won't change because
people buy packs for 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish they would.
That's actually true.
So there's one thing I wanted to ask you guys about that I think would be really, really cool, and I have for a long time. So they've been doing these option choice packs, and that makes me even think that it would be more possible. I really, really wish to make teams more unique, even the most expensive best teams. I wish that these reward cards for like level 40. Do you all think it would be a good idea to have an option pack for your level 40 or for your unlimited? Do you think that would even be possible? Do you think it would be cool? Because right now, with the way things are, is the quote-unquote best team in the game is the best team in the game, and you have a chance to get all of those cards. But hypothetically, say, for level 40 this season, you have to pick between AI, say, I don't know, like Paul Pierce and Baron Davis or something like that. And you can't get all three. You can only get one. I feel like that would give like a lot more diversity to even the best lineups in the game. Do you guys think that'd be cool or no?
I think it would be cool. I don't think 2K will ever do it because it will only lead to backlash and people being pissed that they picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
Like it was like back in the day during domination where you could only pick one of 3 players.
Yeah.
And people always made dumb decisions. People always made dumb decisions. And that dumb decision screwed them for the whole year. Because the domination cards back then mattered the whole year. Like you could make a dumb decision level 40 and you're screwed for 6 weeks.
It shouldn't be an issue anymore. If you can't go on 2KDB and look at those cards and be like, which one's the best, that's on you.
You seriously overestimate the amount of like fanatics there are in my team. Like how you're seriously overestimating how many people look at the database. Like there are literally millions of people that boot up this game mode, and there are
but they at least gotta be
10,000 people that wait for my team news.
See, you wouldn't think out of all the millions, any even watch some my team YouTubers like that are gonna give you the info anyway.
I mean, if every player watched my team YouTube for tips, I'd be a multimillionaire right now.
The one thing I will say,
you got what, like 160 some million views, like.
If
still not a millionaire.
If they did it though for level 40 or unlimited cards, that would definitely small-in the amount of people that would be clueless about what they're doing once they get to that level. Because if you do grind for level 40, it's like you probably have a higher chance of at least knowing a little bit more about the game than the next guy. So
yeah, but what happens? Hypothetical situation that happens, and then 2K decide, screw it, let's update the SIGs on one player.
Yeah,
that's
something like that.
Well, they don't seem to be too concerned about that this year, so.
Yeah,
I mean, we do have 2 Trey Murphy. We do have a full team of Trey Murphys.
Yeah. So,
I love how he literally just does big man dunks in game, Rudy Fernandez.
That's so crazy. I can't believe it.
But piggybacking off that, I would like to see choice packs in general, like in the pack market.
I think that would be. I want to see choice packs being like FIFA, where there's not 5 random cards you can get. We should have been able to get any one of any 5 pink diamonds. There should have been 5 random players, equal chance of every pink diamond being in there, and you can choose one.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Like, imagine you boot up the game and you get freaking pink diamond KD day 1. Or you have a choice and suddenly you have pink diamond KD and Kawhi show up in your pack.
They do that on FIFA. You could hypothetically get like the best Ronaldo or something out of a choice pack.
Yeah. They're called player picks. That's the most likely time you're gonna get Ronaldo is get a player pick.
Huh. That is cool.
Like that's what I thought they were gonna do. Like remember everyone thought option packs weren't all the same because we all play FIFA and we're like, oh, these player picks, you can choose between 3 like random things, and then it turns out that every single option pack has been the same for every single person.
Remember on day 1 when the first option packs were in the collector level and you just got all 5 of them no matter which one you picked?
Yeah.
That was kind of sweet. Got all 5 Ammies real quick.
They were expensive as well. Like you got like 10, 15k from them.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like a 100k haul or something like that once you hit it.
Yeah, but like they screwed up badly with player picks. And that's one of the things that I'm kind of annoyed about. I'm like, it's literally in the game. It's literally in FIFA. Just copy FIFA.
Yeah. I always think that they should be looking to other game modes. I know some people will say, "Oh, 2K just stole that idea from Madden," and it's
who cares?
Like,
they stole the same. They stole the XP font from FIFA.
Yeah.
When 2K brought in XP, they stole the font.
I remember you talking about that.
They won't have
Like,
any
I'm cool with it.
competition from a basketball game, so you might as well take stuff from other sports titles if it works.
Why not? Like nobody complained. Like obviously, I'm bringing up the point that they stole the font to prove that 2K can and will steal stuff. But everyone's who's not okay with 2K stealing stuff from other games?
None of it makes it
I think it's a
better.
good thing. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. They should all be taking the best ideas from other Ultimate Team game modes and putting them all together into theirs. 100%.
I mean, yeah, 2K took the most hated community manager, not named Ronnie 2K, in all of gaming from EA.
Who was it?
Corey, never spoke to the guy. I don't know what he's like, but I just know they hate him in FIFA. Because I got when it was announced he got hired by 2K, I got DMs from like all of my FIFA friends just saying good luck.
They weren't even just DMs. People were like publicly saying it. Like that shit was showing up on my timeline and everything.
I didn't know he came.
He's been pretty quiet though. Like so, I don't know.
Yeah, his job. He's not the community manager. Thankfully.
Yeah. It's like,
2K are never going to hire another community manager, which is hilarious. Like
you blame them?
Hell no. You want the community manager. You want someone to just take the abuse.
Oh no, I 100% agree. But given past history, see why they wouldn't.
What's Ronnie's title?
It's not Ronnie's title.
What is it? Yeah, I was curious what Ronnie's title is.
Like lead social media manager or something.
Oh, okay.
Lead take abuse from pretty much everyone in the community.
Punching bag is
punching bag.
I think punching bag is the official title for Ronnie 2K. Again, you could not pay me enough to take the abuse that he gets on a daily basis. Like,
I mean,
so many people are like, "Oh, Ronnie, someone needs to fire Ronnie. There needs to be a new Ronnie." There are not many people in the world that are wired to take the abuse that Ronnie gets. So, like, he's irreplaceable.
The salary he gets, I would do it. If we're talking, high 5 figures, 6 figures, I'll sign up for any job like that.
I mean, to be fair, DBG, it's not like you're far off of the amount of abuse that Ronnie gets. It's multiplied, but it's the same concept as the stuff people say to you sometimes. It's the same concept. It's just the volume's a little less, It
is, but like they don't go at me personally. They give me abuse. The amount of personal stuff that's gone at Ronnie.
I don't see that much personal stuff. Normally it's just like fix your game, Ronald, or like something like that.
No one cares about that. No one cares about that. It's like the amount of abuse he got when he posted like his wedding or his like engagement picture. Stuff like that. And I'm like,
Jesus, I remember some of the comments on that.
I'm just like, people just hate my take. People just hate what I say. I don't think there's that many people that hate me personally. People hate Ronnie. People don't know Ronnie and they hate him as a person because of his online persona. People just don't like what I say, and which is fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I think that I could handle it. But of course, it's easy to say that. But I think I could. I think I could. It's easy to say it, of course. Of course, it's easy to say it. Anyone can say it. But I genuinely think I could last. I think, I get a kick out of when people give me personal insults. Like I actually kind of laugh about it. So I don't know.
Yeah, but on that, it's the volume. And it's not that. And this is what I always say is like, you can read 100 messages going at you. You will laugh at 99% of them. There's just that one that gets to you.
That is true.
And surely with the amount Ronnie gets, there's going to be at least one a day that gets to him. Like, with that volume.
Yeah.
Like, there's a video of me going berserk at chat during 250 quals last year. Telling some random person to go fuck himself. But like... Like, it wasn't even that. What that guy didn't even say was that bad. It was someone had said something earlier, and I was already angry. And he'd said something like it wasn't even that bad, but it just hit me. And then I was playing badly. I was getting angry. The chat were giving me abuse, and I went nuts. Like stuff like that happens so easy. No matter how calm you are before, no matter how calm you are after, it happens.
Catch DBG at the wrong time and you say something, and if he sees that first time viewer chat, little thing show up in the chat, it's over. It's over.
If you are a first time viewer and your first message is an insult, oh dear Lord, it's gonna be a rough 4 minutes for you.
Simultaneously, the worst and best thing they've ever added to Twitch.
I think it's the best.
And then like. It is hilarious when their first message is something abusive. Like, it's like
I can't be the only one that does that.
That's what you say. Nah, I've seen plenty of streamers who do it. I mean, right? The
worst is like, but it is like whatever about me, because like I straight up I will clap back at people. I do not have this squeaky clean, too family friendly reputation. Like, I'll gladly clap back at somebody. And I'm also liable to rant for quite a while about anything. Like, I've seen Ty go berserk in chat at people for giving him abuse. I've seen Ty go nuts at people in chat. Like,
yeah, everyone's susceptible to doing it.
Yeah. I feel bad for Ty. Like, there are so many people that just sit there and wait and they just literally wait for him to lose.
Yeah. It's the same for all those big comp dudes, man. People just wait for them to lose to start talking.
Yeah. And it's funny is like the people that know, it's like, oh, Ty lost to 11. 11's just a demon. People that don't know, Ty, you suck.
It's not even like, and it's not that obviously polite when he does lose.
Yeah.
I think anyone could really handle a you suck. I mean, you encourage it.
It's frankly. like with Splash. So many people will say, "Oh, Ty owns you," or like stuff like that to Splash. After that, especially after 250, like after that happened, I remember it'd be every stream someone would come in and say some smart remark about that. It's just like, yeah, whatever, you know.
That's bad because like that would hit hard, like because there was a lot of money on the line.
Yeah. Speaking of that. The funniest thing I heard Splash say the other day, someone said, "What'd you do with $50?" He said, "Went on top of a skyscraper and threw it off so people could catch it." Like...
I love Splash. I love Splash.
What'd you do with your 50K?
Yeah. But it's like, oh, this streaming is so like when you're making YouTube. Like, streaming can be one of the most fun things to do, and it can also be one of the worst things you can do as well. Like, if you're already kind of in a bit of a bad mood, you can very easily hide it on YouTube and say, you know what, I'm just going to record a couple of videos, and then I'm going to do whatever. If you're already in a bad mood streaming, it'll take one message to set you off. I mean, I think it's happened to...
Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
It's happened to probably all of us.
That's why I think it's really important. Like, that's why I love, like, my streaming is because it always makes you feel better if the one person who does say something stupid that sets you off, if other people in the chat team up and it's like all of us against him, normally it feels better. You know, normally that feels good when people come to your defense. Like, yeah, these guys got my back. Like, when you get people in your community that do that, it makes it way less worse, you know?
Yeah. You never get it too bad, Jacob.
Not too bad, no.
Jacob, you get insulted more in my chat than you do in your own chat.
I think I do.
I think that's par for the course for anyone that goes into your stream.
I really don't.
Jeez.
I don't know what it is about my streams, but people just don't really mess with me. I mean, most of the time, if it is, it's like, oh, you lost a game, beatable Jacob, ha ha ha. Like, some people will come say stuff like that, but like,
just wait till I
it's never
start
that
going
bad.
rogue. Over with.
Yeah, like that was the worst. Like
Rogue and
the
take down
amount
his
of people. Who was it? There was another YouTuber that I had to ban because of something he said about you. What's his name? I know what if I see it. I time him out every time I see him.
Shorings.
Yeah, if he pops into the chat right now, he's getting timed out. Like that guy is just a dickhead. I know he's a troll. I know he's a troll, but he goes too far.
Oh, he definitely does go too far.
I know he's a troll. Like there's a fine line. Like some of the stuff he has said is some of the stuff he says is like so far below the belt that I'll gladly block him on everything.
Yeah, he has a few people that he just relentlessly goes after on Twitter. I don't know what his deal is, but I follow him because he'll tweet stuff that like is so like not even disrespecting people. He'll tweet stuff about the game that's so ridiculous that I can't help but laugh at it. Like the other day he tweeted something like, "Bring back the speed burst, this game's boring." Like, dude, like, who says that? Like, I don't know what other person begging for the speed burst, like the speed glitch from 2K21 to come back. Like, it's just like,
but like,
I don't know.
He's obviously a troll, and I'm cool with people being trolls. Like that, like, what was your man's name last year? The all money spent guy on Twitter.
Oh, what was that guy's Amir or something like that?
Yeah, like I'm cool with people constantly trolling, but it's like I didn't even want to. Some of the stuff that he was saying was so genuinely hurtful, even if he meant it as a troll, that I just blocked him. I was like, I do not want to read a thing this guy says anymore.
Yeah, they exist. They come in waves. Yeah. You know, those trolls like that never last too long. They come in waves. 'Cause I haven't seen that all money spent guy all year this year.
Yeah, that was. I started laughing at that at one stage. That was kind of funny. The old heads don't seem to hate me as much this year anyway.
The old heads are having a ball because Sim Nation's up 3-1. About to close it out this year.
Hashtag Sim Nation.
They killed the walk back. They took out the left right. Sim Nation is on top this year. They are getting their way. That's for sure.
It's so fun. Like the amount of times I see people that are like all the old heads retweeting a post about Sim Nation that's so clearly a troll. Like the amount of people that just troll with hashtag Sim Nation is so funny.
I find
I have to start going through that thread on Twitter. I definitely haven't looked. Got too many muted 2K words on Twitter this year.
The only 2K words I've ever had to mute was Showtime because I was playing Next Gen last year. Everybody, oh, he doesn't have Showtime dunks. Oh, he gets Showtime dunks. Oh my goodness, he has off Showtime. Like, guys, shut up.
Can we just say Showtime and Heart Crusher it was the dumbest concept there has ever been in a 2K game. You dunked the ball 3 times. Whole team gets takeover.
There's a reason it was banned in every goddamn pro.
I'll take Heart Crusher. Heart Crusher, I guess. I guess.
No, Heart Crusher was second-hand embarrassment. Like, if this is how Heart Crusher worked, your player lost twice to takeover every time they got blocked or stolen. So if your player got blocked, if the same player got the ball stripped from him twice, they automatically went cold. I'm cool with that. But you could lose the ball 3 times in a row with your point guard, and every player but the point guard gets cold.
That is true.
It was secondhand embarrassment. Like, do you know Sim Nation are actually like? I looked at that Reddit post. They actually say they want Showtime and Heart Crusher back. They're like, oh, it's great for the momentum in the game. I'm just there like, no, God, no.
I just thought Showtime was ridiculous because it'd be 20 seconds into the game and the whole team would be lit up, team takeover, 20 seconds in. Heart Crusher was like, generally, I felt like more of a product of the person you're playing being bad. Like, maybe, don't throw corner if you don't want to get heart crushed. But with Showtime, flashy dunks for takeover, like, I don't know. Especially with the burst. The burst plus Showtime is what made it so bad. With no burst, Showtime isn't nearly as bad. With no Showtime, the burst isn't as bad. It's like those two together is what made it so bad.
But it's not even that. Like, you turned the ball over twice with hard crush and your whole team went cold. Like, even the best player in the world. I hard crushed Ty when I played him last year. Like, I hard crushed Ty. He turned the ball over twice in the first 2 possessions and he got hard crushed. Like, your whole team shouldn't go cold 30 seconds into a game.
It was part of the 21 charm. Well, yeah, because it wasn't that bad in 20, was it? Was it?
No, it didn't do anything in 20. Hard Crush and Showtime didn't do anything.
Yeah,
minimal. I remember before they patched it on next gen, the special delivery, was it? That was almost as overpowered as Showtime.
Flash yourself to a team takeover.
Yeah, it would take
special
like 1
delivery,
or 2 flashes.
Flashy passer, special delivery, hot shot, and all in Hall of Fame. 1 shot, and you had individual takeover. 1 shot.
I used to abuse that in Park. It was great.
Yeah.
Do you remember Triple Threat last year was literally just whoever got takeover first on their shooter won?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you could shoot so far back on next gen. You could literally shoot from your own 3-point line and
100% contestants too. Yeah, you could shoot anything. You could shoot heaves. You could shoot contestants. Anything with sharp takeover last year.
So bizarre.
3 quarter court shots were the best that went in at like a 70% rate.
Yeah.
I remember when Splash and Los started doing their collabs, and Splash was teaching them how to play the game. And Splash got takeover on Pistol Pete, and he was just like, now I'm going to show you what it's all about. And he just started greening like 90s. Los is like losing his mind, as you would, because having like a 90 green on you is pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah, I had the worst video ever with Splash. It never saw the light of day. And you know a video is bad when it doesn't see the light of day on my channel. Like, I've uploaded some stinkers, but it was so bad. It was literally like, it was right before I played Ty, and I wanted to make a video being like, I hired the best 2K coach in the world, to try before playing Ty, and it was Splash, and it was like, I wasn't bad enough that it was funny, that Splash could like go at me being funny, and it was just the most boring thing ever. It was literally like Splash the whole time. You know what you're doing. You know how to play this game. I'm like, yeah, this is really shit.
Yeah, it worked with Los because Los is relatively
God-awful.
bad. Yeah, realistically, it works with him.
He would have stopped
doesn't
shooting
work with you because
fades.
you've been playing the game for like 5 years. Probably longer. I don't know when you started playing. I don't know when you started making content.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We need to get wagers back. I'm sorry. And I don't mean like wagers for big money. We need to get like content creators playing games with stupid wagers. Like back in the day, who was it? Like people would play like an IRL basketball wager, and they'd have to do forfeits. Like wagers were forfeits instead of wagers for money.
People would have to quick sell their Onyx Kobe or something crazy like that.
Yeah, pink slips. Yeah. What people used to do with FIFA, pink slips. Those were great videos.
And I don't know who the hell has been telling people that MT giveaways aren't against TOS.
That's a great question. I don't know because they are. I mean,
they are. They're clear. They're very clearly in the TOS against TOS. But content creators have said they've been told by 2K they're not against TOS. If you can give away, that means that MT wages are perfectly fine. If 2K if someone in 2K has said that, and we can go back to MT card wagers, my God, my team's gonna be popping tomorrow.
That would be.
If we can get confirmation, nice. If we can get some sort of weird confirmation that we can get pre-approved, because obviously if 2K pre-approved them, because they pre-approved Ronnie to give people MT, if we can get pre-approved wagers from 2K, and we like show them everything, that would save my team on YouTube in one message saying that that's all okay. If we could start wagering players again,
the thing is though, like 2K can say whatever they want and then just ban you for whatever they want.
Just because.
They can, but
them saying it doesn't make it any different. They'll just ban you.
No, but
anyway
it is bad. If they say it, and then they ban us, we just got make a video being like, we got banned. They said it was fine. They still banned us. So bad luck.
Probably end up getting fixed. Yeah. Probably end up getting fixed.
2K would want 10% of all MT. They get the 10% tax to the MT. They already do get it. And they get 10% twice. Because one person has to sell. One person has to sell their card and then buy another card for MT, so they get the 10% twice. Oh, like I mean, like that would, if that is allowed, if MT giveaways are allowed, then it has to be assumed that card wagers are allowed. Even though they're very clearly against TOS. Like, I've read the TOS. They're very clearly against it.
How long is the TOS? Is it like 25 pages plus?
Yeah, but there's like one section on MT transfers.
Yeah.
It's not in the Code of Conduct. Like, the Code of Conduct's like a shortened version. But, like, that would be... If we can start wagering cards again, or even if 2K just turn a blind eye to wagering cards, then that would save my team on YouTube in like a week.
How do people even do that? Just say, oh, I'm about to wager DBG for Dark Matter Kawhi, and then if that person beat you, you would sell your Dark Matter Kawhi and give him the MT?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel like you could probably do that now and not get banned. I mean, it's rolling the dice, but I feel like...
You know who I am?
Yeah, maybe not for you, for anybody else, but you probably have to probably fly, I think. I don't know. I guess no one's done it recent enough for me to know or try or see, but...
I mean, if you don't have any following, you can probably get away with anything.
Oh, 100%. I still think they turn a blind eye to just about anybody besides maybe like the top 5 people. Like maybe like you, HTB. I don't even know who's up there anymore.
I mean, they yeeted JD last week.
They did?
They Thanos JD, whatever way. Yeah, they Thanos JD a few weeks ago. They Thanos snapped him out of his contract.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant they banned him. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. They banned him when he was under contract.
They did ban him when he was under contract. Yeah, they Thanos snapped him from his contract, like.
It's a matter of time.
Do you know why? If you do know why, do you want to share it now or not now?
I'm not sharing it now. If I do know why. I'm not gonna share it if he doesn't, because first of all, it's his thing to share, and I'm not sure he wants to share it.
Right.
But like, there are specific reasons. Like, I know the specific reason why I'm no longer allowed to technically interact with anyone in 2K, as far as I'm aware. I know the specific reasons. I'm not saying what specific reasons are, but I will say it was something to do with the Season 8 dev block.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how many people actually stick with the 2K contract, especially if they're not doing giveaways anymore. The amount of money that they pay is, I guess, not even relevant anyways. Or, I mean, any money's relevant. I've never seen $1 I didn't like, but yeah.
I'm holding the number up the screen. If you see anyone staying with 2K, it's because they got their contract 10x'd. Just putting it out there. Any MyTEAM streamer, if they're staying, they got their contract 10x'd. I would be confident of that.
Because what do they even? What do you get from a 2K contract now? If there's no creator giveaways, they don't stream on the 2K page.
They like free goodies.
You don't. You get free stuff, and honestly, like the technology stuff is great.
They send aren't bad. Yeah, they send like beats and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was good. The beats were good. The Elgato stuff that I never got was good. So much of it was crap, though. I'm sorry, so much of it was crap. I mean, I didn't get the Elgato stuff because I got Thanos a week before they gave it all out. I'm pretty sure they probably, like, had custom-made jackets and custom-made boxes. I would be 90% sure that my custom-made box was sitting there, and they gave it to someone.
The jackets were cool, actually. The jackets were cool.
I would be almost certain that my custom-made stuff was there. It was that quickly that my custom-made stuff was there, and they just gave it to someone else. But like, we got hoodies that fell apart in the wash. I got a pachinko board that was used with bad glue, and it fell apart while being shipped to me. I opened it and it fell apart. But some really cool stuff. The jersey that's behind me, you can't really see it here, is one of the coolest things I've ever gotten from anybody.
Yeah.
So it was like, with stuff from 2K, it was either really, really good. Like, we would get some batches of stuff that were so good, and we would also get some batches of stuff that were awful. It was like...
So that's
the worst thing you've ever gotten from them.
From 2K. The pachinko machine that when I opened it fell apart all over the floor. because it was used. Bad glue was used. And like I literally, they sent it to me and they were like, because I didn't say it because I was going over to England to meet with them, and I was like, because I thought maybe I had done something wrong or something had happened to it, and I was like, oh yeah, that thing kind of fell apart, and he was like, yeah, every single person said theirs fell apart. It was made with it wasn't glue. Whatever the glue was that stuck on wasn't actual glue, and it just fell apart.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would stay under contract with them at this stage. There's just no benefit.
There's no reason.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
No benefit.
Like, if anyone stays under contract, well, it depends. Like, if you're someone like, for example, like a Jay Canada, who's never really gonna do anything say anything negative, who's like the perfect PR guy for them, and also he's just getting free money, essentially, from them. Because he doesn't really say negative about the game anyway. But if you're somebody else that is going to say something negative, the amount of money is not worth having 2K message you every time you say something negative saying, delete that tweet. We don't like that tweet. Come into a call now.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's worth that. Nothing's worth that.
I don't even think I want a logo at this stage. Ever since Fitness got his, he's been saying he just gets sweated every single game mode every single time he plays. So
I did say that was gonna happen if he got a logo on my team.
Yeah,
welcome to
your chances.
City.
Yeah, your chances of getting stalled go up. Your chance of getting sweated go up. Like,
yeah, it's a weird one. Like I've been, even when I was still like technically a partner creator with 2K. I've always said that I wouldn't sign the contract. I've said it publicly. I've said it to 2K themselves. I've never had a bad experience with 2K, and I just want to make that as clear as possible. Even 2K, when they were in calls where they were basically Thanosing me, the calls still went fine. Like, there's no animosity at all. Like, obviously, I will meme in the videos about some stuff. I gotta like over exaggerate some stuff. I have absolutely nothing against anyone that I've ever spoke to in that company. Any interactions with anyone in that company, they've all been positive. It's just there was never any benefit for me signing a contract, and from their perspective, I'm way too negative. Like, it's an awful look. Imagine if they started like sending me all this free stuff with the amount of crap that I've talked about them, and then all these smaller YouTubers are like, oh, we can talk as much crap as we want, and we can still have a chance to be partnered with 2K.
yeah,
like, it's a bad look for them if they do anything with me. So it's like, it's mutually from both of us, myself and 2K, both parties. The best thing for both of us is no link whatsoever.
It's a lose-lose situation, really.
Yeah, doesn't help me, doesn't help them. Like, the best case scenario is what's happened now. There being no link at all.
Yeah, and the community needs somebody like you who's not affiliated with them, who's willing to call stuff out, like, when it's necessary as well. Like, you being one of the biggest content creators and being willing to say when BS is a good thing overall for the game. Of course, you're not going to be able to get everything fixed, but in some situations, I mean, you've definitely had an impact on the game. Like the Evan Fournier situation last year, the 100. I mean, stuff like that. It's good to have somebody who's not always gonna be paid off to say positive things, because at the end of the day, I think people get it kind of misrepresented. Like, most of the time when I complain about the game, it's not because I'm upset, it's not because I'm crying, it's because I just want to see the game be the best that it can be. It's simple as that. It's the only basketball game on the market. I am clearly a huge basketball fan. I like video games, so I want to see the only basketball video game available on the market be as good as possible. So when I think that something isn't as good as it can be, of course I'm going to say that. If it's easy to say, oh, it's just complaining to complain, but no, it's genuinely because I want to see the game be the best it can be.
Yeah, and that's the reason why, especially the last couple of months, when it comes to like the rant videos, obviously some of them are clearly just for entertainment, like taking the piss out of the fact that they misspell words constantly, or they put fake players in the game, stuff like that. But like, the vast majority of my videos are literally me explaining in depth why I think something is stupid and how I think they can fix it. So I'm like, I don't think that that's too much of a problem. And the weirdest thing is like with all these like 2K programs, they always advertise to be like, oh, if you link with us, you can have a direct conversation. You can speak to the devs directly. Like, I'm lucky enough that I'm in a position where I can already do that. And I also know that the devs do watch my videos quite frequently, which is probably a negative more than it is a positive, but I know it happens. So at least I know. Everyone's like, oh, why are you making these random videos? Like, well, I know someone of note's going to see it.
Yeah. I mean, you know what videos that they're going to watch and which ones they're not going to watch. They're probably not going to watch Road to Gary Payton episode 6. They're probably going to watch the video titled 2K absolutely dropped the ball on whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's very obvious which ones they would want to see.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if they're watching parts of this, like.
Yeah. No, there's one or two reasons to believe they might have watched one of the more recent podcasts, but it's a story for a different day.
I can't remember what it was we talked. Oh yeah. I remember exactly what it was. I put it in the chat, and I also do not want to speak about it.
Offense to that, which I find kind of weird because I've seen people in particular that will talk a whole bunch of crap about America and then get mad when you decide to do it. I'm like, you don't like it here either. Like, I don't know. I think maybe not never. It is very, very rare I will take a shot in America unless it is responding to someone taking a shot at Ireland. Especially, and people are like, oh, they didn't realize they're taking a shot at Ireland. Especially when they don't realize it, because that's the worst, when they unintentionally do it. When they're saying something like, oh, come to America, or like, and then proceed to list off the reasons why they think Ireland's a terrible country and saying I should move to America. I'm like, that's more offensive than you flat out insulting. You didn't even realize what you've done. What do they say? Why Ireland would be a bad country? I mean, it's what's wrong with Ireland? Like, I don't know. It's the attitude of, and I don't mean this in a bad way because I'm guessing it's how people are taught. Because even like Americans that I know, 99% of them are of the opinion that every single person not living in America wants to live in America. I don't know, because more and more the past probably 5 years, especially 5-6 years, I feel like even here a lot of Americans are growing to not like America more than ever.
No, they do, but they still, even if they want to leave America, they still personally believe that
everyone wants to
that are in other countries all wants to be there. I'm guessing it's how people are taught there. I'm guessing. I don't know what it is, but it's not even like the people that I'm friends with. That's just kind of the mentality towards everything. Where I'm just like, some of the stuff that's been said, like constantly, even people I love, constantly, oh, when are you coming to America? When are you moving over here? Oh, you don't have any opportunities in Ireland. Why were you staying in Ireland? I'm just like, I like living here. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's simple. Also leaving your family. Like, that's a huge thing. Maybe it was different for me, especially maybe because I grew up so close to Canada that, I knew a lot of Canadians growing up. I could get in my car and be in Canada in the next 20 minutes if I chose to be, because I'm at my parents' house right now. So maybe that's why, because, like, a lot of people move to Canada where I'm from. Like, it's not an odd thing at all to want to not be in America for whatever reason, whether it's healthcare or anything, you name it. People that they know out there, whatever.
I think one of the things as well is that people are like, you move to America, there's so much opportunity to like kind of like grow, maybe branch out into other things other than YouTube. Whereas people, obviously, it's just my biggest fear is becoming famous. Like, I would hate every minute of that.
You would get recognized if you went to certain places here. I guarantee it. I like that, though. It's very, very, very refreshing to spend a week or a weekend even where you can hear your echo outside. I mean, living out there, different story.
No one to bother you.
Yeah, like I love going like on like camping trips and things of that nature, like out in the nature. I love doing that. Like, not all the time, but I feel like, every now and again doing something like that where you just get away completely, no tech, with nothing but trees. You can hear your own echo. I feel like it's like soul cleaning.
Yeah, I do that sometimes where I take a weekend away and don't bring a phone or anything. It is quite nice.
I'd
just
love to do that.
Disconnect every now and then.
I'd love to do it at some stage, but I just can't.
Someday.
It works for me because I have like friends that live or family that live in like the. Obviously, you can't because of your job.
That's what I mean. No, I
just have.
My mom's
Yeah,
from
you
Belmullet.
probably even have. Yeah.
Do you know where Belmullet is?
Family and friends. Couldn't tell you. Mayo.
It is like the biggest. Like, it is the most. It's the furthest western part of Mayo. It's the thing that looks like an island coming off the end of Mayo. It is like one of the most. There's an hour of you go to like Castlebar, and then there's like an hour of nothing, and then you get to Belmullet. Like it's like the absolute edge of nowhere. It's not even the middle of nowhere; it's the edge of nowhere. And it's just a town. That's where my mom's from, so I can very easily do it. It's just the work. It's not being able to switch off. It is. Oh, it's rough. It is rough. That's all I'm gonna say. It's rough.
It's kind of the downside of content creation as a career.
Not really.
Depends. Yeah, I was gonna say for your kind.
Depends on the content creation because you can't. Yeah, you can't. You can't miss a content drop really.
Yeah, like
yeah,
and like it affects it so much. It's all like trying to find a happy medium between getting content out and then like doing other stuff in your life because you can see how much it affects views, like, and especially if you go down the DBG/Ty Debo route, it becomes very tough.
Yeah, where you become known for uploading like 10 times a day.
Yeah, if you take 2 days off, people are gonna think you died.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah. Yeah,
I haven't taken a day.
Like, I guess the dream would be like one of those like content creators who upload like once every 2 weeks and just do crazy numbers. Shout out Casey Neistat. That man used to upload like once a week. Cool. He does like 5 million.
I mean, it's really easy to try to go down that route and then feck up your whole career. Do an Afro pig on it. Like, it's very like. It's very easy. I don't care. I'm very good friends with Afro. Like, I'll say it. Like I've said it to his face. He screwed up his career. Like,
is he just out of content creation now, or what's up?
No, he's doing started making IRL videos now. Okay. But like, he started going into IRL when his 2K channel had already died, and starting IRL content from zero is so difficult.
Yeah, it really is. I don't even know where you would start because I've never seen anybody do IRL content and like grow significantly. I've never seen how that path works. I'd imagine a lot of it has to do with collabing, right? Just want to meet the right people.
A lot of it's collabing. And then maybe if you have, like, if he still had his 2K following, he had a big 2K following, like 2K19. If he had have stuck with that in 2K19, he could have used some of that audience to like kickstart his new channel. But starting from scratch, it's going to be tough. I hope he makes it. I hope he does well. He seems to be putting in a lot of work into it. But I hope he does well. It's obviously just a lot tougher for that. Like,
should just get a collab with Andrea going. That'll kickstart him again.
I mean, he collabed with Minx and it didn't do much.
I can't stand her. I'm sorry. Really can't.
I've never watched her in my life. I just know she's Irish.
Yeah. I respectfully cannot stand her.
Yeah, is it bad? I don't know
maybe
who these
it's
people
the
are.
accent, maybe it's not.
Where is she? I can't place the accents. I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no idea where she's from. Does she even still live in Ireland? I'm assuming not, right?
No, she moved to England, then moved to Texas, and now lives in LA.
Yeah, living the true content creator lifestyle then.
Yeah. As I said, I think I'm one of the very few that have stayed.
We all know why they're leaving. If you live in Ireland, you know why.
I like it here.
Yeah, you like it here, but you don't like the tax. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that is a big thing.
That's why they're leaving. Like,
that's why. Yes, that is. You are completely correct. It is the tax. That was the reason I was going to leave Ireland.
Yeah, exactly. Reason. Once you reach like a certain salary.
No, wait. She's gone to LA. She moved to LA. That's as bad as here.
Yeah, but she's made her money by now, to be fair. Like she would have been fine living in Ireland, like.
Well,
Has she made her money?
a lot of creators moved to
yet.
LA specifically to collab, and like, I mean, what are you gonna do if you move to LA to collab? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's really no benefit for you there.
Collabs every week.
Yeah, the DBG takes over the 2 Hype house.
DBG
I mean,
joins 2 Hype.
Imagine what is there to do for you though? You know, like you don't really have a
DBG takes 2 Hype, no money spent.
Imagine. Oh, I could just imagine. I'm just trying to think of any of these ridiculous YouTube groups. Like if 2K took off, if 2K actually took off amongst like, you know, the kind of influencer circle, the like streamer ones of like Ludwig and Mizkif and all of those ones.
Yeah.
You know the way they're all playing like Mario 64 now?
Mm-hmm.
My biggest hope is that my team suddenly takes off amongst that circle. And they all start playing my team against each other. And I'm literally going to be sitting there like doing reaction videos, making it. They don't know who Ty Debo is. As far as they know, I'm the number 1 my team expert. They don't know who Ty Debo is.
See, like Mizgiv or Ludwig load up 2K.
My team.
The one.
Would you have ever thought they would have loaded up Mario 64 either?
I could see them playing that. The one that I would say like would just on a whim like load up any sort of game like that is XQC, because he'll just play anything whenever it just catches his fancy.
Critical played a little bit of 2K last year.
Yeah, he used to
my career.
He used to play my career.
I mean,
maybe Aiden Ross might come into my team during the summer when 99 overalls come out. That wouldn't surprise me.
That would make it boom so much if he actually did it like frequently. Even after the Derrick Rose thing, like there was a little bit of talk, but if he like actually decided for the hell of it he wanted to play my team for like a month straight and he just decided that's what he wanted to do, like the game would explode.
But like imagine if Endgame, Jesser, Flight, and Aiden start playing my team. That happens, Cash comes back. And then the job is for the rest of us. And then I was about to say Los, but I mean Los, obviously with the bit of beef there, that's never gonna do anything. Then the job of a young Mick, of a slightly getting older but still moderately young Mick Curley is, how the hell do I insert myself into that scenario?
Well, you can always bet on Flight to play my team at some point or another.
He was playing
very frequently.
DBG reacts to Flight, reacting to DBG fixes Flight's team.
I will say though, I don't think it's gonna happen this year. I just don't think that the game's fun for anybody, let alone a newcomer this year. I don't see how it happens this year.
Last year, it wasn't. Did you watch Flight play the game? It wasn't fun for him last year.
The game's never fun for Flight though because he sucks.
Like Jesser started off SBMM. It's going to be a lot more fun for them this year because they're playing bots all the time. MMG had a better record than me last year at one stage.
I mean, even just records winning, everything aside, I just don't think that the game has that fun factor to it that even some of the other 2Ks had. I think 21 had more quote-unquote fun factor than whatever this game is. I just don't think it's fun for a casual.
You're looking at it from a comp perspective. This is the worst game ever if you are playing unlimited and you're only playing sweats every single game. This is the worst 2K game ever. It is the most miserable I've ever been playing a 2K game. But clutch time's fine. Clutch time would be fun. If there was no SPMM, this game would be fun.
I disagree. I just think that the meta is just so bad.
Yeah, it is, because you're only playing against guys that abuse the meta. That's the thing. You're only playing, like, if 2K, like, the SPMM is so, like the well-defined this year. Whereas last year, you'd still face some bots. If you're only playing competitive games every single game, you're going to hate it. Like, if you're only playing... Like, I've watched you play fucking a comp player every third game.
Yeah.
I've faced Peyton. I play Peyton every single game. Like, it's not fun playing against only good players, but you better believe, if I was playing... Like, I don't mind playing limited. I don't think anyone really minds playing limited, because you're not playing the best player every week. Every game.
I'm just trying really hard to, like, look at things from, like, hypothetically a new player's perspective. And I guess... yeah, it would maybe be fun. Maybe a bit of fun. But I don't know, man. It's just so hard to dribble to get open, and that's where I find my
New
enjoyment.
players don't dribble anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think, but I don't know. It's just something about the
Like, for you-
aesthetic of the game to me. Too.
Oh no, like if you are somebody who dribbled, or you are a 3 hunter in old 2K games, this is the worst 2K. This is the most least fun 2K game in history. But I mean, for a new player, that's not gonna change. It's not gonna re-affect thing. It's hard to get into top bracket SPMM. I've learned that it is not easy to get into top bracket SPMM. You need to be blowing out bots and beating guys in top bracket. So like, you can lose I could lose a bunch of games by 100, but it would take me so long to get out of it because I probably beat some dudes who have god squads.
Yeah, if you just pop the right person, all of a sudden you're up in there. I'm just trying to see. I need to figure out what happens when I actually get this Curry card. I don't know. I probably still won't get a 3, but maybe I'll try.
It's 3 hunting. I think 3 hunting's dead and gone. Like,
yeah,
it's with O'Leary in the grave.
We'll see. I'm trying to.
It wasn't dead on the park, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, because you can't off-ball it and players hit screens.
That is true.
You
didn't even need screens half the time. So ISO'd.
I'm just saying, lads. We don't even know the start of how A's defense is. We don't even know the start of how A's defense is. The switch everything.
Just put LeBron on ball.
Oh yeah, when
everything happens, it's gonna be bad.
The switch everything.
I mean, if you're still running Magic Johnson, you can probably get away with almost switching everything.
If you're on Penny, you can switch everything. People haven't figured it out yet. The switch everything meta is the most AIDS.
Oh yeah, when you get those out of position point guards and you can just switch everything, you're never getting open, and it is what it is.
I think I might try that. I think I might try and go get myself a Magic back and switch everything and just see what happens. I mean, I don't know. It seems like it's gonna work. I haven't tried it yet though.
Yeah, like the worst is like if you're. Oh, you just kind of have to give up. I think even Splash has given up on 3 hunting, hasn't he?
Pretty much. I mean,
he gave up pretty early in the year.
He just started running to the basket with James Harden.
Pretty much, yeah. Started doing that little quick misdirect. Just ran to the basket. Kick out if it's open.
Make the corners drop. Go corner. Bang. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Iverson definitely going to get me a 3, but I'm about to get him soon too. I'm getting pretty close. So you got Iverson.
You're a Pistons fan. Surely you don't want Iverson. He's not like a cancer for you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone really blames Iverson himself. I think people more blame Joe Dumars for making the trade because the writing was on the wall that it wasn't going to work. Like, no one really blames Iverson per se. People just blame Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars is such a weird situation because his first 3 years of putting together that team were absolutely incredible. But then the second half of his GM tenure was absolutely terrible, signing dudes like Ben Gordon and Charlie Villanueva to huge contracts, bringing in Iverson and T-Mac after their prime. So it's just so weird with Joe Dumars because he put together a great, perfect team, made incredible GM moves. People were talking about how great he was as a GM, and then the second half of his GM career, he just was the worst.
The Villanueva and Ben Gordon was the worst I think I've ever seen. Like they were both really good before they got to Detroit, and as soon as they signed the big contracts, they forgot how to play basketball.
Yeah, I mean, they were both still a little bit unproven, though. I mean, they were just coming off their rookie deals. They were both still a little bit unproven, and they gave him too much money.
Yeah, but it's the weird thing. One thing I will say for new players is that how the hell are new players going to beat domination?
Go watch an RCA video.
Yeah, go watch. That's exactly what I was gonna. That's it.
Like
that's how I got through homecoming domination. I just started running plays.
I used to get messages every single day at the start of the game from parents saying they let their 10-year-olds play the game, and they can't even win on rookie anymore.
I've been thinking that because I'm doing XP in Triple Threat Offline. I've done a little bit of XP this weekend. I get stopped like pretty frequently. Like back last year, even the year before, whatever. Every time, like when I'm just playing offline TTO, like I'm generally gonna score the ball 90% of my possessions. But like I get stopped occasionally in triple threat offline in the sense where like I'll be losing a game, like 8-2. Like I get stopped by the computer.
I've been saying it since the start of the year. If you're not doing XP on PS4 version of the game, you're just doing it wrong.
Yeah, like I get clamped. I get absolutely clamped.
Pass and screen away will always work on PS4.
You can do pass and screen away on triple threat offline, which actually works if you actually run out the whole play. I've been doing that to get open threes to get XP on next gen. It's called pass and screen away. Actually pass the ball and then have your player go do a down screen. They come off that screen and normally they're open.
But that takes a lot longer than just passing the ball to someone a hash on the every shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
walking to the floor, pass to someone at hash and shoot.
You're not wrong.
Get through those games in like 3 minutes if you're lucky.
I was playing left-handed yesterday. I was like going through stuff on stream yesterday and doing XP grinding with my left hand.
Sounds about right. It's very mindless.
Yeah.
Last year you could do anything on triple threat offline. It'd be fine on next gen, like anything.
That's because you could just screen from like 50 feet.
Wasn't it so funny that last year people complained, they were like, the current gen AI is too hard. Make it more like, we need it to be more like next gen next year. But instead of making the current gen AI easier, they kept the current gen AI the same and just made the next gen AI harder. People literally said next gen AI, fine. Current gen AI, way too difficult. So 2K said, well, people aren't going to complain about the current gen AI when we make the next gen AI just demigods.
Well, it wasn't that the current gen were difficult. Like they didn't box you or anything. They just didn't miss. That was the main problem.
They
just shoot everything and they make it.
Wasn't CPU Hondo just knocked down in that domination or whatever? CPU Hondo was going crazy.
Do you know one of my first loss last year was to the pros difficulty CPU? It wasn't to a person. It was the pro difficulty CPU.
Bro. Watching JD's like Spotlight Sim streams and stuff. Those were gold.
JD would always beat them on Hall of Fame, would always lose on pro. They were worse. They were tougher on pro than they were on Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the pro CPU be going crazy with those sliders.
I don't know what sliders did they put the pro CPU on, because they never like Hall of Fame CPU would miss. Pro never did. Imagine golds versus invincibles this year.
It wouldn't get done this year. I don't think it'd be possible. Maybe. I mean, the plays still might kind of work, but
like the only thing is though is that I'm kind of lucky is that I have the juiced golds. Most people don't.
Oh, Kispert now.
The Corey Kisperts, the Dennis Smith Juniors, the Joaquin Noahs.
Corey Smith or Trinity. Like that Noah card he'll be the savior. He's the only one that can play defense, because that was the problem last year, is that no centers play defense.
Who were you even using when you did that challenge?
Duncan Robinson.
You remember?
Duncan Robinson scored every point. Duncan Robinson and Damon Jones.
For gold versus invincible. Buddy Healed was scored pretty much everything.
That was a cheat. That was a cheat code. Buddy Healed made it easy.
People were paying
paid $90K for the guy.
Yeah, no, he's still about the same this year too. Gold, gold.
Yeah, that's why I have like 10 of them sitting in my auction outcomes.
I was about to say, you better stack up on like a gold, the golds now, just in case they do something like that again.
I lost like 350K MT that day from buying golds and silver cards and trying them out.
I think that they should definitely do something like the taco challenges earlier in the year this year. That was the best offline grind ever. It was actually immersive and entertaining and hard.
Yeah. I liked it, but I think it was the timing was perfect. End of June.
I just would love.
I like triple threat spotlight sims. I just didn't like the first spotlight sims.
Were the first Spotlight Sims they did last year traditional, like 5-minute quarters against 5 teams?
No, 3. You was 6 games. 3 of them were 50-point triple threat. 3 of them were.
Right.
Because that was where we all discovered the 3 6-foot tall bum point guard triple threat challenge.
Yeah, for XP grinding.
Yeah. Is there any long TTO challenge this year?
There's
well, they change every season, but the rookie KD one is like the spot to go. The rookie KD spotlight for like
I think
XP. You play like 2 emeralds and a gold or something, so it's pretty easy.
No, but what's it up? Is there anyone that's up to 50?
There's ones right now up to 60
not against
challenges.
Like bums. Yeah,
there's some up
like
to
the
60.
NBA 75th.
They're out right now. Yeah,
Those are the ones against the 75th. They're not that like I use those for like triple double challenges and stuff.
Yeah, there is a triple double big XP one, isn't there? That came out on Christmas.
I haven't looked at the game.
2,000 XP one. So I'm still like 100. I'm still like 50,000 off getting Iverson.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm at like 104 right now. And I don't think there's not enough for me to finish it right now, unless maybe if I bought all the really expensive cards. But I missed a lot of like weekend warrior challenges and things like that this season, so it's gonna be super late. I would have been excited to get Iverson if Curry didn't exist, not because I thought that Iverson was gonna be the best, but at least I would have had one card to.
Now next Friday we'll get a D Rose, make AI even more obsolete.
We'll get D Rose and Shaq next Friday. It's very predictable. D Rose and Shaq next Friday. I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
D Rose and Shaq.
Glitch Shaq in December. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's probably. I mean, remember, lads. Do you remember when 2K tweeted out the shoot with Matumbo? They tweeted out and it was like shoot with Matumbo and a lightning bolt, and everyone was like, "Oh no, not now, not yet."
It was just like the first week.
It was the first
game.
Friday.
There was no reason to do that. It was so out of left field.
Yeah, that was tough. I'm still not happy about that to this day.
I'd love to, like, obviously, like, copy and paste in a promo is, like, not great, but that New Year's resolution pack was such a good idea. I would love to see something like that again.
I'm cool with them copying and pasting promos, as long as it's a good idea. Like, that's one of the things that I hate with 2K is that, like, they never repeat their good ideas. Like, they will repeat, like, they'll gladly copy and paste the awful unlimited game mode, but they won't copy and paste a good thing they've done.
Yeah, that promo was such a good idea.
Do you remember how hard it was to Evo build that Bill Russell and make him shoot?
What was his requirement?
Make 20 3-pointers. He came with 25 3-pointer and you had to make 20 threes with him.
That's crazy.
It was a troll.
I know I did it, but I can't remember how long it took me or how I went about it. I probably just played on rookie Dom or something.
It was rookie Dom and you had to have a do a dimer and it was like you had to have flashy passer boost, and then you still pretty much had the smallest green window imaginable.
I probably, popped on a 3-ball shoe in the whole 9. Half floor general, anything you could do. I mean, 20 was a pretty easy game to green, so you could green one.
Not with a 25 3-ball.
No, at 20. Someone in chat at 29, so plus shoe boost, you could get it up to 34.
That ain't gonna save you though. I can't lie.
Yeah, but coach is plus another 5. Today you're up to 39. Now floor general is 43. Would have been greenable on 20.
40. You had to hit 30 of them too. 30.
I got it done because I know he was my center for a long time.
Everyone did it in rookie Dom, and then people figured out it was easier to do it on Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm looking at this New Year's set right now. This is actually so cool. I didn't know they did this.
Like Hito played defense, Gilbert Arenas played defense. The problem is that every card's glitched nowadays. Like Gilbert already can play defense. Like that Gilbert got silver clamps, and that was like such a big thing back then. Was that a player had silver clamps?
He got half clamps once he did the Evo.
Oh, sorry, he did.
Yeah,
You're
they
right.
all,
You're right. You're right.
yeah, the resolution was like improved like their weaknesses. That's why it was
That
such a good draw.
that is such a
Marder
cool
was true.
set. I mean, this is like I didn't play
Do you
20
not
from about
remember that
November
set?
to. I didn't play 20 from
Okay.
about
That
November
set was
till
so
January.
good.
I took like a 2 or 3 month like off period from 20, and I just looking at this now. I didn't know every card was an Evo, and every
Yeah.
Evo like hit their deficiency. That's so cool. They need to do that again.
I made a worth it video where I called every one of them scrubs, and I had to go back on it.
Because you didn't see the Evos.
Yeah, it was back. It was back before
Every
like Kenny Mac
card
was
in
in like
that
my.
was so good. Not
But
every
before they
card,
used to
but
show,
I'd
they
say
didn't
the
show
vast
Evos at that time
majority
on
of them.
2K Empty Central,
Yeah.
so no one knew.
Oh
there was
yeah,
Evos.
yeah.
So everyone thought these guys were just bums, and the cards came out and they all had
Then you
Evos.
got
And they were all
it,
class.
yeah.
Like even DeAndre
The
Jordan
Heat-
was a shooter back then.
Yeah, that is very true. I think like pretty much damn near all of those cards played for me. I used Aiton, I used Hito. I obviously used Demar.
yeah.
I mean, he was a Raptors
Gilbert
player.
had base 11 when base 11
Gilbert
was
was
still good.
used. Yeah,
That
Gilbert
8
was
was so
used.
good. I used that 8 and in 250 quals. I used that 8 and I used Hito in 250 quals.
I don't think I used. Did I use Bob Petta? I don't think I did. I don't think I was that crazy on him. Maybe I did.
He had base 11.
Okay, then I probably did use him. I can't remember.
No, he was trash. He was a trash can.
Okay, then I definitely did.
Yeah, he was a trash can. Because they gave him like quick first step, but they kept his like ball handle down, so it didn't even matter.
Fair.
Man, that set is just so cool. I'm so stunned. I didn't know that existed. And now this year we have like literally like 7 cards that are Evos outside of the day 1 cards. They need to start doing Evos more. That made things interesting for sure.
Yeah, you can blame Jack. That's the reason Evos aren't a thing anymore. Man made too much MT.
I hate it. Like, it was such a good concept, and they just scrapped it. I wouldn't even mind more lifetime agendas. Instead of Evos, I don't even mind 3 different versions of a card. Complete challenge to get the final one. I don't even mind the lifetime agendas. Just something.
Yeah, the Evos.
It's very clear they just want the money this year. They just want the all money spent.
I mean,
money.
they are a for-profit company, so
yeah,
that's the most important thing.
I'd say what probably around March would be a good prediction for the first Spotlight Sims, or earlier.
We got first one March.
March.
Last year's second one came really late. We got 4 Spotlight Sims in 20, didn't we?
20, we had the. Oh God, I can't even remember. Well, it was what, like 100 and something games.
Came out on the 19th of March.
Oh yeah, we had Larry, we had Steph.
We had Kobe.
The Kobe, Larry, Steph.
Well,
Hakeem, another one I'm missing.
Kobe, or there was finals domination, all-time dominate, or sorry, final Spotlight Sims, all-time Spotlight Sims, historic Spotlight Sims, and regular Spotlight Sims.
Oh yeah.
So it was Kobe, Bird, Steph, and who? Who was the other one?
Harden. It wasn't even Kobe. It was Hakeem. It was Hakeem. Harden was just Hakeem.
Right.
Harden, Hakeem, Steph, and Larry. That Larry was the best of them all. That Harden was terrible.
Yeah, Harden wasn't good in 20, was he? No Harden card was good in 20.
No. Neither was Kobe. I stand by that. That Kobe card sucked.
Even once they took the hitch out of his jumper, he still wasn't all that at all. I used him on other people's accounts. He wasn't all that. Glenn Rice was so much better. I got
Kobe like so late in the year. Like,
did you not just Evo'd up the other Kobe? Do you remember the Evo with the pink diamond Kobe? Oh, do you guys remember Mamba Day?
When they dropped the pink diamond Kobe?
Yeah.
It was terrible. Yeah. That was bad.
And then Brian Mazik went on Twitter.
This is what we're
Brian Mazik went on Twitter and was like, this isn't going to be the last Kobe they drop. And we were all like, oh, but Kobe's coming today. They're just trolling us. This is nothing. And then he had to release a video on YouTube being like, I didn't mean the last, they were dropping another Kobe today. I meant like 2K were going to at some stage drop another Kobe. And we're like, no shit. Of course they're going to.
How much? I mean, what was it like? A few days after the Mamba Day that the Spotlight Sims came out. It wasn't that long, right?
It was like
It was like
a
a
week. It was
week.
like 2 weeks nearly
Yeah.
after. It was the very end of April. That was the weekend I realized I was so far into 2K that I had like lost track of reality. Because remember the RJ Watts situation happened with that, and I got angry at
Oh,
RJ
God,
Watts,
yeah.
and I was like, looking back on it, even a week later, looking back on it, I was like, I was an idiot. I was genuinely an idiot.
I mean, a lot of people went at him over that.
Yeah.
Not like you were the only one. That was a
Yeah, but it
weird
was
time.
we were dumb. It doesn't. The fact that
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't the only one doesn't mean that it wasn't idiotic.
Yeah. Well, the way I always looked at it, I was like, if anyone else had the opportunity to do that, they would have. Like, so don't take the high road on it, because y'all would have done it. If you
I
had the
didn't. I
option.
no. You cannot say I would have done it because I had both Larry Bird and Steph Curry early, and I waited until the first person got the gameplay out and then put it out.
But would you have waited if the reaction to RJ doing
Yes.
it wasn't so bad?
Yes.
Okay, fair. But a lot
Yes,
of people
because I
wouldn't,
had
they just
because
fucking
I
do it.
got one of them early on PC. It wasn't Kobe. Remember there was like Gilbert Arenas and Chris Mullen. The like conferences.
Yeah. Yep.
I had them way before anyone. I waited, and that was before RJ got Kobe.
I mean, I definitely would have uploaded it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
100%.
99. There's no like right or wrong way to do it. I just didn't because I knew there would have been backlash. I was just dumb being one of the people who giving the backlash.
Yeah.
Fair. Spotlight Sims bring out the worst.
Yeah, but like we were all locked inside. I will have to put a caveat. Like this was 2 months into being locked inside.
Peak
And this was like,
COVID.
remember the first lockdown where we weren't even allowed to see anyone outside of our immediate family? We weren't even allowed to visit our friends outside at this stage. Like this was a stage where we literally were not allowed to leave our house. And I had been basically 2 months trapped inside, not doing anything other than playing 2K and uploading videos. So that is my excuse. Does not change the fact that I was dumb.
I mean, COVID definitely caused a lot of mind shifts in people. I think the human body isn't really wired to go through what everyone had to go through during that time, so fair excuse.
No, I didn't buy a waffle maker, so I'm happy about that.
He didn't buy a waffle.
He should have bought one though, just to play into the meme of the time. Could have made you could have made a video out of that.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have gotten any views. Not enough people knew about that situation. Like that stream, most of the time had like, except for when he was like ranting about Chris Smoove, or when every couple of days someone big would tweet out about it, and there'd be a couple hundred in there. That stream had like 20 people most of the time. Whereas,
fill me in on what the meme is, because I don't know if I even know what this is.
Nick the Bulls fan.
Nick the Bulls
again.
fan.
I think he has since bought into the joke. He has since like called Joe concept Waffle King. So basically, he was kind of locked inside. He just kind of graduated college. There's a lot of stuff kind of going on in his life, but he fired up stream, and it was he streamed his descent into madness, for lack of a better way of describing it. Like that stream started off fine.
I didn't watch.
And he streamed his descent into madness. And what he was doing was through the whole stream was he was just making waffles.
He made so money. He had to throw away a box like this size, and he ended up giving some to like the homeless. Like he had like.
No, he didn't.
I thought he tweeted something about that.
I know he throw it all out. You can't eat waffles that are 7 days old.
Maybe he just said that he planned on doing that, never did. I remember he did throw away a box of moldy waffles. He had like a cardboard box that he posted a picture of.
Like he spent like $400 on waffle mix, and he was just making waffles constantly for over a week.
He didn't stop, man. He didn't stop.
Like read his Twitter bio at the minute. Like his Twitter bio is clearly not like the bio of a person who's in the greatest place. But no, Nick's. I haven't spoke to Nick in a while. Nick's a really good guy.
I
like
love Nick.
He's on every now and again he's on social media. He kind of took a good bit of a break after that situation, and he seems to be doing really well now. I know a few people that have seen him since then, and they're saying he's doing well now.
Yeah, he's got a job and stuff. I like Nick a lot. I like Nick a lot.
It's crazy. Nick is an absolutely great guy. Like that stream was more painful to see than ambushes, to watch than ambushes. Ambush, he just saw red and got angry and started attacking everybody. The Nick stream was painful to watch. As someone like I wouldn't be that close with him, but as someone that I've met a few times with nothing but good things to say about him, it was painful to watch. It would be like watching someone like Shake that would be painful. But yeah, that's been like 18 months ago now.
Yeah, that's right. That's literally at the exact same time I started streaming. I remember during that stream, I had just started streaming like a week or two earlier, and I went in there and I subbed to Nick, and he was saying how he used to watch my videos back in like 2K12. I was like, wow, that means a lot. It feels good. But, that was literally the week or so I started streaming again after 8 years off.
That's mad. So you kind of came in like 2 or 3 months after COVID started streaming.
Yeah, it was in May. It was in May of that year, 2020.
Did you have any sort of like following when you started streaming? Or was
No.
it like a couple of months of like 4 viewers?
Zero, zippo, nada. The first person, my 5th follower was 6Man Sam, because I would be in his chat. I think my 6th follower was Airjack. Like, I started from nada. I tried to like post a couple of YouTube videos or whatever to like see if there was anybody still home, still popping up the sub box. They'd get like 4 views. So I was like, all right, yeah, gonna have to start from 0.
Yeah,
I don't know. Those 3 viewer streams were iconic.
I was definitely going in.
Now he's Hollywood. It's so sad.
Not Hollywood.
He's so Hollywood. He's currently doing a 2K stream without playing 2K, without playing the game. He's gone full on DBG on
it. I have done that. Past couple streams have not been playing the game. Selling my cards.
There's some of the funny
learning from the best.
Learning from the best. Yeah, who needs to play the game? Were you in a stream, Dale, where after like I played one game of TT online, and I lost, and all the chat were like, "Your ass," and I was like, you know what? You guys don't give a shit if I play the game or not. I'm not playing. I just sat in the menu for an hour and a half until content came out.
Until the content came out. Yeah, you're just a glorified just chatting streamer at this point.
Yeah. Like the stream when I just watched old 2K videos a couple of days ago.
It was good timing. Shake dropped that Christmas video right when you were live too.
Yeah, the Grinch stole Christmas. I haven't actually watched that yet, but everyone said it's very good.
Oh no, you have to watch it. It's not that long.
If you weren't,
watch it.
It's funnier if you were there at the time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like I remember everyone was getting so angry that Ty wasn't in it, and I was just sitting there. I was like,
he wasn't even around
my team in 2K19. Like Shake,
but he wasn't.
Shake did his research. No, Ty only started playing in like Christmas of 2019. Like it was after this whole event.
Okay.
Ty hadn't even booted up my team at this stage.
Fair.
Anyways,
now
you guys you guys want to call
Yeah.
it here pretty soon? I need some dinner pretty badly here. I have not ate all
I gotta
day.
upload. I gotta make 7 videos. It's currently 1 or 12:30. I have to make 7 videos in the next. I don't know how many hours. I'm gonna sleep in the car on the way down to Mayo. But
Sounds like we all got a pretty busy day then.
yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.